Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Hello, little learners. Welcome back to our learning space. My name is Miss Laura. Can you tell me your name? I'm so happy that you made it back today. Now today we have an exciting day planned because we're going to continue with our science activities. I wonder if we're going to get any visitors. We're just so popular. Now before we do that, let's sing our song to say hello. Ready? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Let's sing something new now. Now, all this week we've been going on a feelings hunt. Now, I've been using my binoculars. Now, if you've just joined us, our binoculars are actually made from tubes that you can use from like a paper towel roll or a toilet paper roll. And what I've done is glued them together and I painted them and added fancy decorations. And so that they hang around my neck, I hole punched them and tied a piece of yarn to them. So I'm going to get my binoculars on, and if you have your binoculars, get them on now too. And now we're going to do a rhythm or a beat pattern to get our song going. You're going to want to clap your hands and pat your knees like this. Can you do that while we sing? Okay. Ready? Here we go. We're going on a feelings hunt. We need our binoculars. I'm not scared. Uh-oh, what do I see? A frown and droopy crying eyes. Our friend is sad. Don't tell them to get over it. They can't hide under it, but we can help them through it. What do we do when we're sad? That's right, we cry and then we breathe. Are you ready? Wah, 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 and breathe. Breathing helps us feel better, doesn't it? All right, next one. We're going on a feelings hunt. We need our binoculars. I'm not scared. Look, what do I see? A smiling face with two bright eyes. Our friend is happy. Don't tell them to get over it. We'll let them enjoy it. Maybe we can join them. Now, what do we do when we're happy? We smile and we laugh. We might even dance a little bit. Let's do that. Ready? Ha, 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 ha. And breathe. Last one. We're going on a feelings hunt. We need our binoculars. I'm not scared. Look, what do I see? A sad mouth and two very sleepy eyes. Our friend is bored. Don't tell them to get over it. They can't hide under it, but we can help them through it. What do we do when we're bored? That's right, we yawn like this, and then we take a breath to feel better. Ready? Oh, 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 and feeling better. Now I'm going to take my binoculars, and I want you to show me with your face how you're feeling. Ready? Do, 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 do. Ooh, I see lots of friend feelings. So let's go through our visual schedule and we'll see if your feelings change after you learn what we're doing today. I'm going to put my binoculars safely away. So we started with our emotional check-in. So today we did a song about feelings, but I want you to check in with how you're feeling throughout the day. Yesterday I mentioned that our feelings are like the weather. They just change all the time, especially when you're 4 and 5 years old. Now we're going to do our weekly investigation. We've had so many friends come visit us. We're just too popular. I wonder if anyone's going to come today. And we're going to do a fun science experiment with some rain. All right, then we'll sing our goodbye song. Now, we've had time to sing it all week. We haven't run out. But if we do, we'll just wave and sing our song. Sound like a good plan? All right, now's about the time that... That's right, our doorbell. Oh, who could it be today? Let's see. I'm coming. It is... Ooh, it's our friend Katherine Jackson. Now, Katherine Jackson is a different kind of scientist. She's a mathematician. Now, you might recognize her story if you're a fan of a popular movie that was out that just won a big award called an Oscar. So she was a mathematician for a space agency called NASA. Now, what's really cool about her is she's a girl and she's African American. So, back when she was alive and going through school, being a girl and being African American really stopped her from being able to do the things that she wanted to do in pursuing math and going to school and going to college. But she did those things anyway. And that's the kind of spirit and learning that I want you to take away from today. So I'll tell you a little bit about her. Katherine Jackson was born in West Virginia. That's right, she's from the United States. So do you remember, we're here in the city of Fresno in the United States. Now she's from another place called West Virginia. And again, this map is flat, but we know that our world is a sphere and it's constantly spinning around, isn't it? Now she loved to help the community. One of her favorite things was going to schools and visiting other young African American students and telling them her story so that they could face the barriers that they were facing in school. Here's a picture of her with her students. She also won the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She was honored by President Barack Obama. That's a big deal. So here she is with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Isn't that neat? Now, another thing I wanted you to learn about Katherine Johnson is that she was very, very good at school and she loved to count. So when she was 15 years old, she started college. Now, people don't normally start college until they're in their 20s. So she was very young and she graduated college when she was 18 years old. So she really was very smart and loved to read and count. And in fact, one of the quotes I got from her was that she counted everything around her. She counted doorknobs, she counted walls, she counted spots on the floor. She just loved to count. Maybe that's something you can try. So today, for our fun experiment in our science lab, I thought we would take the spirit of Katherine Jackson and do a fun activity that would spark our curiosity and imagination. Let's walk over that way. So today, we're making shaving cream rain clouds. So the materials you'll need for this activity are a jar, some shaving cream, food coloring, and an eyedropper. You'll also need some water. Forgot to include that. Now, if you don't have that with you now, you can hit pause now, grab those materials, and come back and watch this with me, or watch it at another time. So safety first. When you're a scientist, I'm gonna need my scientist jacket, my official jacket. And what this does is it protects my clothing from any stains. And I'm gonna replace my glasses with some official science goggles, and that protects my eyes. Now for these experiments, you'll want to get an adult's help. So I have my jar here filled with water. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some shaving cream on top. Now this is shaving cream that you might have at home, or you can go to the store where everything's $1 to get some shaving cream. I give it a good shake so it's nice and foamy. Are you ready? I'm gonna put it on top. This alone is fun. And this kind of looks like a cloud, doesn't it? See if you can see it there. Ooh, mine's pretty foamy. All right, so that's gonna be our cloud that sits on top there. in the air. I have a little bit of water here in a cup, and I'm going to add 3 little droplets of food coloring. Maybe 2 more. 3, 2, yes, 5. Okay, will you count them with me? Katherine Jackson would love us for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's right. And then I have this special tool called an eyedropper. And I actually just got it from something I had laying around the house. But it's really fun because you squeeze the top and kind of let it go, and the liquid goes up like that. So this is going to be our rain in the clouds. Now this may take a little bit of trying, but you should start to see the rain come down. Now I'm going to do it in the same spot just because of time, but you're going to want to put it all over. So the process of rain is very interesting. It actually, all of our whole atmosphere follows the same process. So water is recycled. That means water is used over and over again. In fact, if you see any rain, that water might have been in the ocean just 2 days earlier, if you can imagine. So water from the ocean and from different plants hits the sun's rays and it evaporates and it goes up into the air. And then remember we talked about in our cloud in a jar, it creates condensation. Oh, look it, there it goes. And that forms clouds. Now the clouds get very heavy with this condensation, and then it starts to rain. Now the fancy word for rain is precipitation. So then the rain falls down to the ground, and then the process starts all over again. Oh, you can kind of see it going there. You know what? I should have been counting how many droplets we're putting in there. So that's something you can do at home, parents. This is very good for a math activity and also for talking about different weather phenomena. All right, so you can kind of see it's starting to rain. It almost looks like a little bit of a storm, doesn't it? I'm going to take my glasses off here. So I hope that you try this experiment at home, boys and girls. I want you to start to think like a scientist. Ask questions. What other things can you find out just by trying? So, what makes the grass green? What makes rainbows the color that they are? There's so much to learn around you. And don't forget to use your imagination and think of different ways that you can solve everyday problems. That's what Katherine Jackson did. She worked on getting the first man in outer space. That's pretty incredible. Okay, so let's sing our goodbye song and then I'll review what we'll do tomorrow. So we're gonna sing our ABC song. Ready? Here it goes. A, B, see you later, G, E, F, G, I'm gonna miss ya, H, I have to go now, J, K, bye-bye now, L, M, N, O, I had a good time, P, Q, R, you're gonna miss me, S, T, you are my best friend, V, W, X, Y, Z. Oh, I can't wait until you come back tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna have the most fun experiment of all. We're gonna have exploding rainbows. So I want you to start gathering your materials so you can do them with me. I'm using 6 plastic bottles. I'm using dry yeast, food coloring, water, and I think, what else am I using? Oh, of course, I'm using soap and I think some hydrogen peroxide. We're gonna mix that all up and see an explosive reaction. Until then, my friends, I want you to stay curious about the world around you. I hope that you come back tomorrow for more fun. Goodbye, we'll see you later. Bye, friends.
A brand new day, time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.